Hello! Welcome to Bad at Board Games.
Well, he's bad at board games.
I'm Brad Lake.
I'm Toph Ferguson.
And we're bad at board games, so you don't have to be. Let's hit it.
Get up on your feet, this is a shakedown. Order up that beat just like it's takeout. Show me you got soul inside those new shoes. And you can rock and roll with an attitude. So good, so
Today we're coming at you with Cosmic Encounters by Fantasy Flight Games. A new game for us here at Bad at Board Games, but definitely not a new game in general. This game has been around for a while, and it is one that has won over my heart. Cosmic Encounters, if you've not played it yet, is a game of really social play in space. You are playing a unique and kind of quirky alien race. You are fighting for dominance in space and each other's universe, if you will, solar system, whatever it might be. You are going out, you are trying to find some foreign colonies so that you can actually start to gain your diplomacy and gain your power and reach across the cosmic encounters. Pretty fun game, I do think so.
Yeah, I was really shocked. It's been one of those games you kind of want to play, and then when you finally sit down and have a good group to play it with, it's like, this is a lot of fun. It came out, because you know I'm a big Star Wars guy, right? So it came out the same year as Star Wars, and it was by some guys who wanted to have something a little bit better than Risk, because Risk is kind of like beat up on the person that starts doing bad, and then you start working on everybody else, right? So they've got a mechanic in here, and they were trying to make Risk, but make it better, make it more fun. And you know, you can see all the cards. This game's been around for a long time and had iteration after iteration, and finally found Fantasy Flight, and I think has really just blown up since then. And it's, you know, I've seen it in the game stores forever, just never picked it up. Always thought it was interesting, but didn't know that much about it. I had more fun than I think I would have ever imagined.
Yes, I knew very little about it going into the actual game, and I thought I would hate it because I am not an Ameritrash style gamer. I'm not a take that gamer. I was blown away.
Yeah,
I really was.
Yeah,
So,
we had a lot of fun. The appearance of it, you know, you've got some really great artwork on these cards. I don't know why you would need expansions. There are a few out there, but I think I feel like there's 60 or 70 cards in this thing. I don't know the exact number, but the artwork on them is really nice. I mean, the components are pretty basic, but I think that goes and tells you, like, if you like a game and the components are basic, wow, there's a game here, right? There really is such a game. So what were some of the things that you liked about it, or what are the mechanics that you thought were interesting?
Yeah, I think, like I said, going into it, I had an expectation that it was going to be this take that, I'm going to beat up on you and try to, you know, eliminate players out of the game. I thought it was Twilight Imperium.
Right.
Like, that's kind of, well, maybe not
Twilight
even that.
Imperium Light or something like that.
And maybe not even Twilight Imperium, because it was a lot more, in my mind, a lot more take that. And I think what shines with this game is in the mechanics, in the play of the game, that it's not just this battle against one person.
Right.
You know, it's a pretty simple gameplay if you really think about, you know, what's going on. You have 20 of your ships that you are trying to send out to other colonies, and in order to get these other colonies, you're going to have to go into battle. But the battle is kind of slowed down. It's kind of spread out across multiple turns. You can't just attack one person. I think that's where the Risk analogy kind of comes into play. You actually have cards that you will draw. Look at that. What did we draw? Purple. Brad was purple. You draw a card, you see what color it is, and that is who you're going to attack. And then you have cards that are going to show your strength. But it's not just throwing down cards to battle one other person. You also can start to recruit allies. You can take a look at the rest of the people playing and say, come along for the ride, help me defeat this person. And maybe you don't even actually engage in battle because you might negotiate, something I hate in games, but you might negotiate, and those negotiations turn into this fun argument around the
yeah.
table of, why are you going with him? Why would you support Brad and become an ally with him?
And then I'm sitting there like, he already got 1 point last round. Do you want to help him get another point this round? And you're just trying to just like undermine any of the negotiations that they're trying to do. So either have people back out or
it's not even negotiations. It's just at that point trying to sell yourself.
Yeah, you're just BSing with people being like, come over here.
But with that said, there's actually gameplay in it too, which is really fun. Brad mentioned these cards. You are an alien race, and every single one of these cards is a different alien race. My alien race, I believe, was right here.
Yeah, Kugel
or Kugel. He has the power. He has the power to smash. I mean, look at him. He's just engaging and fun. I started attacking Brad, and it was just, I'm smashing. I'm coming in and destroying as much as I can. Everyone plays different. Everyone does something different.
And they break the rules. Like crazy breaking the rules. This guy, instead of doing like 4 damage when you play one of these cards that I keep picking up the wrong one, he got to do double that damage. So like 8 of my ships were gone in one attack, right?
Yeah.
And then I had the TikTok, I think it was, not the TikTok social media thing. And so every time somebody defended, then I got a point. And then after I think it was 8 or 10 points, then I would win the game just by other people being able to defend their home planet. There's another one. Unfair. Yeah. There's another one. This one over here, I don't think you can see it on camera. It's the loser. So if he loses, he wins. Like, it's how do you win a game when the loser's the winner?
Yes.
So like, there's all of these cards that are like, how do you beat that? But it's this manipulation and the strategy that you have to go through to try to get it.
And it's, you're only going for 5 victory points. So you just have to have your ships controlling 5 other players' planets. That's all it is. You just have to be on one of the planets, be on 5 of them, and that's how you win the game. But to get there, it is a slowed down process because you cannot battle who you just want to battle. You do have to have allies, and all of a sudden you're getting up there, somebody's going to battle against you. There is a little bit of this gameplay negotiation, social deduction, social strategy aspect thrown into it. And it's only a game where you have to get 5 victory points. That's all it is. But the process is fun, and it's a blast to get there.
It was a lot. It was a lot of fun. When we were playing, it's sitting there trying to figure out like, how do you? Okay, I picked, this special ability, and I'm gonna go attack yellow, and who isn't higher than me that I want to recruit, because if we win, then we're gonna get a victory point, and you're trying to negotiate around, and then like you start teaming up throughout as the game kind of goes on. You're like, okay, the 3 of us are against the 2 of you, but then there's, you kind of flip flop back and forth. Like, I didn't really care who I was with. I just wanted the defender to always win. So, it was trying to be like, how do I help that person win no matter who it was going around?
Your ability was ridiculous.
I still lost.
Yes, you did. Oh, it's a lot of fun. The mechanics are clean. It's not a very difficult game to learn, but there's enough of a game in it that you're going to sit down and actually play a game.
Yeah. And I would say it's not like super easy to learn, but it isn't overly difficult to learn either. There's some good little like how to play kind of things out there. And then, you're off to the races. You don't have to play this like 2 or 3 times to like get, to understand it and understand the intricacies. You're going to get a different alien every time. So randomly you draw one of these guys, and, and the mechanic of attacking and using the cards is all the same. And it's gonna play different all the time.
Yeah, and those card draws, there's randomness to it. So it does fit more of that Ameritrash style than it does when you get into the Euro gaming. But it definitely, the replayability is high and the playability is great. I mean, our gaming group, we all know how to play games. We play a lot of what you would consider your heavier midweight games. And everybody picked it up almost instantly. I mean, none of us had played it before, and it was just, bam, we all got this, and we immediately started playing.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. You're sitting there laughing, and I'll bring this up throughout the entire channel. It's the game group you have that makes the games that you play with. What do you think the player count is on something like this?
this needs the high play count. So this plays up to 5, and it needs 5. Maybe 4, but I wouldn't play anything less than that.
Yeah, I think the group is what makes this game fun, right? So it's, you know, it's not Cards Against Humanity, but you kind of have that fun of that, you know, joking around, and it's like, what the heck just happened? Your ability does what? I can't believe that. And you know, you're kind of just off to the races. So it's, I would agree, if you can get 5, that might be why the expansion, I don't know if the expansion allows you to play 6 or not, but like, I think you could play this 2 boxes and have 10 people. Like, the game might get crazy, but that's the fun of the game.
Yeah, it would take a little bit of time. It would definitely take a little bit of time. You know, little things about it kind of surprise us throughout. You know, we keep mentioning these alien race cards. These are hidden. So you don't know what anybody has on the table until they choose to play it. And you play it when you have to play it. So all of a sudden, here comes my Kujal with Smash coming out. And at that point in time, it was the first battle I engaged in with Brad. And I was like, here we go, let's battle. Oh, by the way, Kujal Smash. And I don't know how that then turned into a Southern debutante, but it did. It was a fun night.
It was hilarious.
And then you've got the negotiations, and it's like, I thought I had some of our players on my side, and then all of a sudden, last minute, they're like, you know what? We're not going to ally with you. We're going to ally with him instead. And it was like, I lost everything. Like, everybody just abandoned me. And that's the fun of it. That's the joking. That's the camaraderie. That's the, you know, encounter of Kujal Smash.
Yeah. If you haven't seen it, we've got a short up on the channel. Check it out. What's it called?
It's called a 4-way win. And there's a reason. Do we explain what that is?
After we do our rating, go check out the short though. It's what, 35, 40 seconds.
Something
you
like
can do it.
It's so worth it. It's so worth it. Yes.
It gives you the real time, like what happened at the moment that happened.
That was the end of the game. That was it.
It was hilarious. It was hilarious. All right. So what everybody really cares about, well, they care about.
What
They love us. They like. Oh, by the way, don't subscribe.
I don't know why you say that.
We're not to that part yet, are we?
Oh yeah.
Sorry. All right.
That's why I said it.
What do you think this is? If on your 1 through 10, 1 being it needs to go in the toilet, 10 being it needs to go on a mantle.
Easily an 8.
Yeah.
Yes. For somebody who thought he would hate the game, instantly it became an 8.
Yeah. I'm like, this is an 8.5. And I'll say if the games that we had are any indication of like future games, to me this would be a 9. Because what do you want? You either want something thinky, right? Or for me, or I just want an experience with people. Like I want the thinky to be with somebody else and like, you know, outmaneuvering and working well. And even if you don't win, you're like, feel like you did a good job. But this was just fun. This was just a lot of fun. It's not that expensive. I mean, like the value to me out of this and the amount that you get, don't get swayed by. It's not that pretty, right? You got some little plastic pieces.
Yeah.
But the game, you know, there's a game here.
Yes.
It's not.
Yeah.
But I mean, you look at a lot of the newer games.
Oh yeah, this is not a CMOD game.
This is simplistic, right? Yeah. You know, you don't have the cool minis and all those kinds of things. There's a great game here. There's just a great game here.
And that's reflected in the price of the game. That's reflected in the fact that this game has been around for about as long as I've been alive.
Right.
Maybe longer. You're old. It is indicative of a good game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really is. Can definitely give it the recommendation if you have a chance.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. At a higher player count. It's very cool. Very, very cool. So, wrap up time. This is where I tell them don't subscribe.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to.
Okay. So we're up to like 270 people maybe by the time this gets out. It's awesome.
You guys are awesome.
You guys are elite. Yeah. You guys see something in us. Think about that. You guys, out of like how many billions of people on the planet, you never want to think that you're elite. You are absolutely elite. You're like, you know, out of less than 300 people out of billions of people on the planet. That's how elite you are right now.
We'll give you that. No, we definitely do thank you for subscribing to the channel, even though he's going to tell you not to. We do thank you for that. We thank you for liking the videos, but what I find even more fun is comments. interact with us. You know, have you played this game? What are your thoughts on it? Have you played Cudgel Smash? You know, how'd the game end for you? Was it a game that you won immediately, or did you take your friends along and leave one behind to lose a terrible death of cosmic encounters? So let us know and engage with us there. We'd love to reply back with y'all.
All right, so we'll tell you. All 4 people won except me because of him.
It wasn't me. It was Cudgel. Cudgel, for some reason, became this Southern debutante that just wanted to have everybody come along and destroy Brad because, well, as we all know, Brad is bad at board games.
So the first rule of bad at board games is don't talk about bad at board games. No more subscriptions.
Sure.
I don't know. What's she gonna do?
Well, that's
all right. Thank you very much. Appreciate all of you. Have a great night.